Hi Sagittarius, it's Becky and welcome to your December 2017 AngelScope. We are going to be using our Wheel of the Year Tarot, which is here in front of me, and it is a beautifully colorful, or I should say beautiful colorful deck like this, and it has representations of all the 4 seasons. Of course, we are in the snowflake season now. If we need clarification, I have my trusty Rider-Waite. We will be drawing one card from the Archangel Michael Oracle card deck. Archangel Michael has decided he wants to be a part of our readings this month. Then we're going to be using the Romance Angels Oracle cards. If we need them, we will be drawing one from Messages from Your Angels if we need those. So we're just about ready to go. We'll be doing a 5-card spread, our relationship spread that you've seen probably before. Before we get started, remember these are general readings. Every energy that comes up today will not apply to all of you. It could, I suppose, but it probably won't. Some things will apply to other Sagittarius people who are tuning in today or whenever they come across this reading. And also remember, as we go through the energies today, just remember that you do have free will. You can decide to work with the energies we see that come forth today, or you can decide not to. And that is your divine right, and that is your divine gift. And so remember that. It's always up to you. Who is the reading about today? It's about you, Sagittarius, regarding love, of course, and it's about you and whoever is on your mind as you come to the reading today. If there's no one in particular on your mind, then this is about the person with whom you have a soul connection. They may still be out there in the ether, but nonetheless, the connection is there, and it was there from the moment you took your first breath and even before. So remember that you do have the power to manifest this person and draw them into your life by imagining and living as if they're already here and getting into that vibrational energy of that, okay? And really feeling what that would be like, and that's going to call them forth. So let's get started. I've already created a sacred space, and we're just going to shuffle. I've already shuffled a little bit, but now we're going to keep going a little bit more. Angels, we are here in December 2017 with Sagittarius, and we're trying to find out what the general situation or energy is that is surrounding Sagittarius and the object of their desire. Thank you, angels. Also, angels, we would like to know what is the other person's feeling towards Sagittarius. How does the other person feel about Sagittarius? There it is. Thank you, angels. Angels, how does Sagittarius really feel about that person? Thank you, angels. Angels, what are the obstacles to this situation developing into a full-blown relationship? Okay. And what is the outcome? Whoops, that one I just accidentally dropped. What is the outcome or advice that you'd like to give Sagittarius regarding the situation with the object of their desire? What is the outcome for December 2017 for Sagittarius? The outcome or advice? That one? Okay. All right. Okay. So we are ready. Let's go ahead and turn the cards over, and then what I will do is talk about them. Whoa, Sagittarius, you have a lot of air energy here. Woo! Okay, let's take a look. In position number 1, Sagittarius, we have the Knight of Swords. Let me move these down a little bit. In position 2, we have the major energy in the tarot, and it is the High Priestess, number 2. In position 3, we have the 3 of Swords. In position 4, we have another major arcana energy in the tarot, and this is number 13, the Death card, or as we say, the Transformation card. It's not death, it's just the transformation. All right, and in the end, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Let's go through these one by one, Sagittarius. Very interesting here. Okay, in position 1, what is the general energy between you and the object of your desire or the person you've been thinking about? And this is the Knight of Swords. This is a swift energy. The Knight of Swords rushes into a situation, and it's a feeling of quickness. It's a feeling of just an energy blowing in out of nowhere. It's an energy of lots of conversation. Swords are conversation and mental energy. It's wit. Sometimes it's what do I want to say? It's sort of a witty conversations or verbal exchange. It can, if it's operating from the negative side, it could be a little bit of sarcasm, a little bit of cutting words, so to speak. But it's definitely an energy of swiftness, of this knight rushing in, charging forth. And this, he is raising his sword of truth. It's cutting to the quick of things, getting down to business, speaking one's truth, standing in one's truth, being one's authentic self, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. It's all of energy, a very swift, energy that just blows in. And then, you know, who knows after that? But it just blows right in out of nowhere, and it can lead to a lot of conversation back and forth. It can lead to swift action and swift changes too, which we're going to look at as we go along. That's a general situation between you and this other person, or the person you're feeling on the ethereal plane. In position 2, how does this person feel about you? Sagittarius, they are a closed book. Now, I know there's an open book in the picture, but this is the High Priestess. She is the guardian of secrets. So either they feel like you, Sagittarius, are keeping secrets from them, or at least holding your cards close to the vest, as we say, and not revealing your true feelings to them. Or it could be that they feel like they want to keep a few of their closest thoughts to themselves and not reveal at this time. Now, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like some revelations and some truth-telling will come in down the line. But for right now, they're not, they're either seeing you as being very, I don't want to say secretive in a negative way, but you're sort of quiet and withholding something. They're sensing that, or they are doing that to you and you're sensing that. How do they feel about you, Sagittarius? We'll look at this. This is the how are you feeling about them, Sagittarius? How do you feel about them? Sagittarius, it is the 3 of Swords. Now, you're a little bit worried because, Sagittarius, you're feeling like they may be able to, how do I say it? This card, I don't know if you can see it here, but yeah. There's some branches down here with some leaves and acorns, and it looks like these swords have, you know, maybe cut through some of that, and they're piercing this log, which I don't know if you can see in your view of it here, but there's a log laying horizontally on the ground with some leaves and acorns and limbs, and these 3 swords are pierced right into that log. And so what you're kind of feeling like right now, Sagittarius, is that this person may be able to do some damage to your feelings, really. They may be able to do some damage. And now, it's definitely how you're feeling about them. And I think you're feeling this way because they're not forthcoming at this time. And your mind is racing with thoughts, because swords are thought energy. Your mind is racing with all sorts of thoughts. And you've got an owl, 2 owls and a raven. So it's kind of this very mysterious kind of energy, and you can't really see. Yes, there's a sun there, and maybe even be a moonrise and a harvest moon, but it looks almost like a setting sun. And you're thinking to yourself, gosh, this person is not revealing much. They're not saying much. You know, what's going on? They could be, you know, they could be capable of doing some damage, either to your own ego or even to your heart. You're not quite sure. You're not quite sure. You're not quite sure. This energy, remember, the overall situation is this knight rushing in, the energy of fast and swift movement, rushing in, wielding the sword of truth. And you're trying to figure out, well, what is their truth? They're not forthcoming. They're not telling me. They're keeping something back. They're keeping something back. I just heard still waters run deep, Sagittarius. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign like Scorpio or Pisces or Cancer, but you may be. And you're thinking, I'm reminded of the Edgar Allan Poe poem, The Raven, quoth the raven nevermore. Very, very mysterious poem by Edgar Allan Poe. And definitely they are not an open book to you at this time. They're a closed book, and that's giving you a bit of anxiety with these swords, and you're thinking they could perhaps do a little damage. You're not quite sure about that. Now, what are the obstacles? Here we are, Sagittarius. We have got let me go back to this. This is a major energy in the major arcana. In the tarot, it's a major arcana, which is a major energy. It's card number 2 in the major arcana. So this is a powerful energy, very powerful indeed. And then we come to this card. This is the number 13 card in the major arcana. It is, again, a powerful energy that can be life-changing or life-shifting, as it were. And this is, you can see this woman here, she wields a scythe. She's like a supernatural being that's wielding the scythe, okay? That's fine, and it's in the nighttime. She's coming forth and harvesting. What is she harvesting? Well, this is called the death card, but it doesn't mean literal death. In this case, it's referring to transformation, a transformative process. And so, what are the obstacles to a relationship with this person? And Spirit is showing us that the obstacles are, it needs to go through some kind of transformative process. It needs to transform. There's something that needs to change. And I pretty much know what it is by looking at the spread. Remember, we said the general situation of energy, swift movement, rushing in with, with all speed, wielding the sword. Maybe there's been, messages coming in and a lot of conversation. But this is a knight. The energy is not one of a, it's breezy, so to speak. It's a breezy feel to it. It's not a king. He's not a mature king. It's sort of this energy of the knight, and it can be cutting. And my guess is there may have been some words. There could have been some words, and now this person is being silent, or I don't want to say cold shoulder, but maybe they're being silent. They're not forthcoming because there's been some kind of maybe not an argument, but some sharp words exchanged, maybe a slight disagreement. And now you're at this point here. You're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then you're saying, who are they? And the death card is saying, if this relationship is to be up-leveled from where it sits now, which you can see there's a lot of doubt and a lot of worry about what this person is thinking or doing, and there may have been an argument, there may have been some words. So this has to be transformed and shifted. And how are we going to transform and shift this energy? Here it is right now. Spirit is saying the way to shift this so that it moves into a higher level of communication, a higher level of relating, is symbolized by the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is one of the best cards in the deck. It's a beautiful ace. It is the sword of truth. It is the sword of right thinking. It is the sword of cutting away that which no longer serves. It is the sword of walking your talk, telling your truth, and standing in your authentic self. It's a sword of new beginnings and great victory. And so this situation can indeed be shifted if there was something going on in here. But everyone's going to have to speak their mind and tell their truth. And a new beginning can be had through a transformative process of shifting this energy. This person, or you, Sagittarius, needs to open up a bit. Open that book. And you, Sagittarius, here represented by how you're feeling about them, there's got to be some truth-telling going on. People being honest with one another. People putting cards on the table. If there's been a disagreement or any kind of words that have been said that were not in the highest and best for all concerned, then it needs to be healed. And it needs to be healed with honesty and bravery and right thinking. And that can be achieved through a shift literally in consciousness, a shift in approach, a shift in, and it looks like both of you, this person may need to speak up. And you may need to do some healing here and dismiss these worries. There's like 3 worries here, crowned by this raven. And whatever this fast-paced energy was over here, surrounding all of this, it's been pretty fast-paced. And it looks like it's going to continue to be fast-paced because we have got swords, 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 and sword. And then we've got silence. Deep knowing, but silence. So my guess is, Sagittarius, I don't know what's going on here, but it can be shifted, but it's going to be a transformative process that must be undergone to shift this energy into one of honesty and communication that's effective and that is in the highest and best of all concerned, which leads to a new beginning, if that is what you wish, Sagittarius. And it's up to you, of course, what you do with that. Wow, and I noticed the colors in these cards. Generally, it's a purple color throughout the cards with a little bit of green. And Archangel Michael always has a purple robe. It's one of the colors, the violet color associated with him. So just rely on Archangel Michael. Call upon him, call him into the situation to guide you and protect you, because my guess is you're feeling a little bit vulnerable right now, Sagittarius. Call in Archangel Michael and rely on him, because he will assist you. He will assist you in the highest and best way. Just call upon him and call him in. This one, of course, we've got this green color. It's almost like, I was going to say, yes, Archangel Raphael. So there's some healing. Archangel Raphael resonates with this green color. And Raphael is the angel of healing. And so there's some healing that needs to go on here, whatever went on, and a new beginning embarked upon once that transformation has taken place. Let's go ahead and, you know what, before I do that, I want to take an extra card on the 3 of Swords. Angels, can you clarify the 3 of Swords for us? The 3 of Swords, what is that about? They're telling me that. Okay, let's see what it says. The 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay. The 3 of Swords. There may have been some disappointment because the Empress is here. The Empress is about creation, giving birth to something. She is ripe with the possibility of new life and new creation, creative ideas also. So there may have been some disappointment on your part, Sagittarius. You may have wanted to create this beautiful new relationship, and it seems like to me there's been some disappointment there, and the other person may not be talking too much about it. It started out pretty fast. It's still some fast-moving energy, but it can be transformed. It can be definitely transformed, but you're going to have to just keep the faith, call on Archangel Michael. If you feel like you need to walk away from this, then do that. If you feel like the transformation process is to start anew, Without this, fine. If you feel like the transformation process is to work through this disappointment energy and try to bring everything up to the level of the Empress, which is number 3 in the major arcana. Now we've got 2, and then we progress to the Empress 3. And the Empress is communicative. She is communication. She's kind of like the goddess energy, the mother energy, the creativity and birth and art and all kinds of creative things like that. So it's a very beautiful energy. So if you can and you want to, try to work with Archangel Michael. And we'll pull one now from the Romance Angels cards. Here we go. Romance Angels, we are here with Sagittarius, and they've got an interesting situation. That one wanted to come out. Situation here. Let's see what the Romance Angels say. Oh my goodness, look at this, Sagittarius. This is exactly what we were talking about. Remember when we were talking about healing? Heart-to-heart conversations. And here we said, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Look at this. This is exactly what we were talking about. To transform this thing, we said you're going to have honest conversation. And that's exactly what the Romance Angels are confirming to us today. Archangel Michael, Sagittarius has a very interesting reading. Help us, Archangel Michael, by giving us a message for Sagittarius. No, one card, Archangel Michael, just one for Sagittarius. There it is. Thank you. All right. Now let's see what we've got. Okay. Now, Archangel Michael says it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Sagittarius, there's a prayer on the card and it says, Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. Remember I said, this is the sword of courage. And this is the card of change and transformation to a more healthier energy for you. Instead of holding on to this kind of energy, I think I'm out of camera there. Instead of holding on to this kind of energy, Sagittarius, which is not healthy, you need to shift it to this. It may be possible through heart-to-heart conversations, like we said, or after that, if you decide that it's not possible, then it's time to leave that unhealthy situation. If you feel like it can't go anywhere or that it can't be shifted at this moment in time, or leave the negativeness of it behind and call forth a more positive way of relating through heart-to-heart, honest exchange with this person. And right now, you know, they're kind of a silent ice cube over there. So it looks like some conversations are in order for you, Sagittarius. And if you decide it's not going to work for you, you've got all the support that Archangel Michael has to give you. But first, they're recommending just have that conversation before you decide. Okay, that looks like about it, Sagittarius. It's a very interesting reading. A little bit of work to do there, but it is possible, and the choice is yours. However you decide to handle it, you've got the Empress here. That's the energy you want to go to. That's the energy you can go to. So that's it for December. I want to thank you for joining me, Sagittarius, and I wish you all the best with this situation. There's a lot to learn by going through this process and shifting that energy up into a higher vibrational set point for yourself. And it can only bring you more love and greater happiness. So I wish you all the best. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever holiday you celebrate this month, I wish you all the best. And of course, peace, richest blessings, and great love, Sagittarius, beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is. And so we let it be.